Hi from the
English Sisters.
Welcome to Get Real with the
English Sisters once again. Today, what are we going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about I'll be happy when.
The ugly truth about that.
I know, it's so ugly.
It really is
The
ugly.
truth is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, the truth is scary,
And
isn't
it's
it?
unexpected, isn't it?
It's not. I don't know if it's unexpected, but
It's unexpected that it would be
Yeah.
ugly. Why should it be ugly?
Well, I'll be happy when. Yeah, why should it be ugly? We're kind of taught that way, aren't we? Like with the school system, don't you think? Like when you go to school and you've got your test coming and you start thinking, yes, that's my next test.
I'll be happy when it's over.
I'll be happy if I get a C or a B or an A or a 10 or whatever. Yeah, I'll be so happy when that's over. But yeah, it's kind of sad, isn't it?
So do you think it's a system that does it then?
I definitely do think it's a system.
So if you think,
don't
do you
think-
think if you've had like homeschooling, you wouldn't have that?
No, I think it's probably the same because you've always got the next thing to be achieving. I don't think it's just a system, but even homeschooling is within a system.
I'd be curious to know if you've had homeschooling. Let us know if it's different.
Well, yeah, that's
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, that would be, yeah. Did you get that kind of feeling of saying, oh, I'll be happy when I pass that test, or I'll be happy when... I mean, it's not just about school, is it?
Oh,
It's
no.
about
That's what it's
everything.
about nowadays.
It's about the minute you start growing up, isn't it, really?
I think so.
Because the minute you're into, like, preschool. Okay, no, preschool, you can be...
Well, you'll be happy when the test is. I remember we had tests in little schools.
No, I mean, like, preschool when you're tiny. Like,
No, I think when you're
just
You mean
playing...
nursery school.
Nursery school,
You mean
yeah.
like when you're 2 and 3?
Or 3 and 4, yeah. 3 and 4. I can't remember
I
having...
remember being more aware when I was 5 and 6.
5 and 6, yeah. I think that's when the
Oh,
real...
no, 4 when I first went to school. First
Poor
school,
you, yeah.
I
Yours
hated
was
it.
traumatic. You did hate it.
Right, my head off.
I know. I still remember you screaming.
Hanging
every-
onto the banister for dear
God,
life.
it was awful. I used to think, where on earth is she going?
It's like,
And
it's
then
like
Mum-
going to prison.
I know, you poor thing. And I guess in your little mind you were thinking, I'll be happy when I'm back home.
I don't think I thought of that, but I was just unhappy.
Yes, that's it. I think
I
when...
think you're just unhappy when you're little. You're not, I'll be happy
yeah.
when.
Yeah. I think that I'll be happy when syndrome appears later on in life.
Probably.
You know, it could begin maybe around 11 and 12, as young as that, I think.
Yeah.
And then you go on and on. Because then
Yeah,
when
'cause
you're...
I don't think when you're really young you actually think I'll be happy when.
No,
You
it's
don't-
not conscious, is it?
No, I think you're just unhappy.
You're
And
just
then you're
unhappy.
just happy and you're sad and
It's just one
yeah,
emotion.
it's just like in the moment that
Yeah. You're sad when your mum goes away. You're happy
Yeah.
when she comes back.
Yes.
Or vice
Or
versa.
dad.
If you love school, yeah, whatever.
At school you're sad to go.
You're sad to go, yeah. I mean, depends, yeah. So I think it develops later on in life, more with when you're slightly more grown up with the
Probably,
exams and
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Like, I remember used to thinking, I'll be so happy when I get out of the school. Because we went to a very strict Catholic school and they had... I mean, we're not even Catholic now, but, you know, but they had...
We're not practicing.
We're not practicing.
We're still being baptised.
We've still been baptised, yeah.
I mean, can you undo a baptism?
No, I mean, the whole concept is very sweet, but they were so strict in that school. You had to wear a tie. Even girls had to wear ties, you know.
Only in the winter.
We didn't have a tie
In
in
the summer we had the little blouses, do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
The ones Mum made us.
Oh, yeah, they were cute. Yeah, but it was still part of the school
It was
uniform.
part of the school uniform, but my mum was a bit transgressive. She made them.
Yes, that was a bit of a...
It's a bit different.
It was very different to the other kids. But anyway, I guess that's just
They
the
were
story of
the
our
same.
lives.
They were supposed to be the same, but the buttons were slightly different.
Yeah.
Everything was slightly different. Hand stitched.
Yeah. But I do remember thinking I'll be happy when I get out of that school. God, I really wanted to get
when
out
I was
there.
16, I was dying to get out.
But then once you were 16, and did you think my life has sort of started
No, I
when
thought
you went
my
to
life
college?
is amazing now.
Okay, so
When I was 16, I went to college in London, and it was just the 80s. I mean, it was amazing.
it was amazing. Yeah, that was great time.
Yeah.
But then
mean,
when
it
does
was
our happy
free.
when? I think the I'll be happy when syndrome comes back when you're
Well,
like more
no, I
grown up.
think if you're, I think what happens is that if you're happy if you're going through a particularly happy time, like, and you might think I'll be happy when the exams are over, but it's more transient.
Yes.
It's just a couple of weeks or something, or two months or something while you're preparing, say, for your main exams. For your main exams. But in the time in between is more like you just get on with it and you're just having fun, or just getting on with life, I suppose.
The time in between the exams.
Yeah, before the exams.
Oh, before the exams.
Yeah, I think it's just more like more of a shorter time period.
I remember. Well, yeah, I remember the few times when I think I was actually affected by this weird syndrome, which I think most people are, was when I wanted to get out of school. Yeah, then I had like a happy time, college, like what you said, and it was fun. And then, okay, I came to Italy. But then when I started my first relationship, I used to think, gosh, I'll be happy when I figure out how to be in a relationship. First of all, I desperately wanted to be in love and wanted to have a relationship. Then afterwards, I used to think, I'll be happy when I figure this out, how to be in a relationship, you know, how to actually live together with somebody. Yeah, it was pretty complex.
Gosh.
Yeah. And then after that, I remember thinking, I'll be happy when I have a baby.
What about I'll be happy when I come over?
Well,
I used to think that when I was at university. I used to think I'll be happy when I can be with my sister.
Yeah.
Because I was in England and you were in Italy.
Yeah, that's so true.
But you didn't think that.
No, I did. No, I did. Of course I did. I used to be so lonely. It was awful. Of course I did. It's just I was trying to figure out a bunch of whole other things as well.
You were having a harder time because you were with a not much older man.
Much older Italian guy. I mean, it was much harder, really.
I mean, he was already established, whereas you were still very young.
I was just a kid.
Whereas I was
18.
together with the love of my life. He was the same age, so we were like growing up together. So we didn't have to think about. I didn't have to think about like I'll be happy when I figure this relationship out.
No.
It was already there, the relationship kind of thing. It was just
you'd have its ups and downs,
but
you
was just that.
I do remember thinking that. Yeah, sort of. Once I kind of figure out how to be in a relationship, sort of.
Because you were with someone from a different country, culture. Language, everything. So it was all a bit, and someone that already had their.
No, very true. No, I'm not kidding. And then what about when I decided to get married, and then I thought, okay, and now I want to have a baby, and the baby didn't come.
Yeah, I used to remember I'll be happy when you can have a baby.
Yeah, and then the kind of like, oh my gosh, it was like test. I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but it becomes like you kind of see all your friends having babies all around you. And all these ladies do is talk about, when are you going to have a baby? Are you planning to have a family? When are you going to start a family? And it was just all about baby talk. And then I couldn't get pregnant. And then we started with all the... Oh my gosh, that was such a long time. And I remember thinking, like, about 3 years into it, when I couldn't get pregnant, just thinking, goodness me, am I just kind of wishing this time away? I mean, after all, I was only 23, 24, 26. I was about 26 in that time. I thought, what am I doing?
Did you want to have a baby before I had babies?
I always wanted to have a baby.
But were you already trying to have a baby?
No, really officially. We kind of tried at 25. I started really officially trying to have a baby.
Before I had a baby, you were trying to try?
Kind of, yeah. But especially after you had your first daughter, then I really wanted a baby. So cute. Oh my God, I got like a baby thing in my head. And it's a kind of a weird thing to get out of your head, really. I mean, it's very difficult.
I think it's if it happens to you, it's almost like it's like a biological need, isn't it? It's like an instinctual thing.
Yeah, and then when it doesn't happen, there's like a grieving process that you have to go through. And then afterwards, I had I had 3 miscarriages, and that was also grieving, all the grieving. And I used to think, gosh, I'll be so happy when I have a little baby. I like the little house that I wanted, a dog running in the garden. And then when it didn't come, then I did everything desperately to get it, what's it called? The IVF, all of the, and then finally the baby arrived. Da, da, da. I mean, and it was a little boy, and I was delighted, over the moon. But then I remember thinking, gosh, I'll be happy when he stops having these colics. And then, or if he manages to sleep all night, because he literally, did you remember, he wouldn't sleep properly. And then I kind of realised, I go, what is this thing? You're always like wishing your time.
I think it's like life on hold, like what we wrote in Stress Free in 3 minutes. That story we wrote. Yeah. It's like life on hold. You put your life on hold.
For what though?
Oh, for better times, I suppose you think in your head. I think that's why you do it. You think there'll be better times. But what happens if there
aren't any better times? Well, or if this is the best time you're ever going to have and you're missing it?
I think that's it. Because then when you look back, you probably think, oh, it's so lovely when I was a young mum.
Yeah, they were so cute.
It was so cute. And then you kind of forget about the colics and everything else.
Of course you do.
You forget about the sleepless nights. You forget about everything.
You forget about the feeling of feeling so tired.
Yeah, unless obviously if you've got if you have postnatal depression or something, then obviously you should get help for it. But if you haven't had postnatal depression, normally you just forget about all of that, and then you just think about your hormones kick in.
Yeah, and you're once a baby grows a bit, yeah.
You don't think about those things anymore.
No, you don't. But I do think this is very common with a lot of people. I mean, what I'm saying is my experience.
Well, with a lot of couples as well, because obviously your partner suffers it the same as you, maybe in a different way, and they can't. Sometimes they have difficulty in communicating it to you.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Well, what are you talking about now? About baby time?
Yeah, baby time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, not even just baby time. I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when, if you have to have a surgery or something, or you're going through an illness or something. I'll be happy when that's over, when I get sorted out, when I've done it.
What if you don't get sorted out? Then
First
you have
of all,
to learn.
you might not get sorted out, and you have to learn to cohabitate with it.
Yes, cohabitate. I think.
But then if you do get sorted out, then it's always the I'll be happy when. It's the next thing. Well, I'll be happy when I buy a house.
It's awful, really, isn't it?
I know, it's terrible.
Why on earth do we do this?
Well, I remember when you said that I should have a baby. You said, why don't you have a baby? And I thought, I can't have a baby.
That was your first thing.
And you said, why not? I go, because I haven't got a house. I'm renting. I mean, nowadays everyone rents. But
in those
days it was like more, you were kind of grown up that you had to, especially where we lived here in Italy or in the UK as well. You had to have your own house kind of thing.
Yeah. You say, no, I'll get married, then get a house, have a mortgage, or get a house, get married, get a mortgage, get a baby. Yeah. And then when you have one baby, then everyone starts asking you, when are you going to have another? Are they going to have a brother?
And then I'll be happy when I have my baby.
When I have my second man. And then when you have,
and then if you get a boy and you wanted a girl, I mean, we didn't mind, but some people do.
I do remember having moments of extreme bliss after that it was like the happiest time of my life. For what can happen, I think, is life is you can have these long periods when everything is like magical almost. Yeah, but sometimes you're almost, especially after when you first have like your small children and that, you can also think, gosh, this is too good to be true. I used to think that sometimes.
You used to get scared.
I used to get scared. I go, God, now everything's like, I would see the 2 little babies there. Because I had one and then a year later I got pregnant.
Happy. That would be for another podcast. That's not the I'll be happy when syndrome.
Okay then, dear.
That's more like the fear. That's fear sets in.
Okay, we won't talk about that. That's for another time. You are so right.
It's
indeed.
True, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That is another.
It's slightly different, I think.
This is very different. This is I'll be happy when. What about the dentist? What he was saying yesterday? We were saying, have you got time to be happy?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We did not say you've got time to be happy.
We were talking about the fact that we had this podcast and everything, and we were saying...
he said, I don't need to listen to that.
Oh, I don't need to listen to it because I'm always fully relaxed and that.
I haven't got any anxiety.
And then he said, but you know what, I can't wait. When I finally become a pensioner, when I stop working, then I'll have my free time and I'll be going on my lovely walks in the woods. and stuff like
and
that.
Traveling.
And traveling. And I thought, yeah, that's another I'll be happy when moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because now he said, I work like a donkey.
Is that what he said?
Like a molo, yeah, like a donkey. He said, I'm the one that has to work here in my family, so I work like a donkey. Literally.
Is that the actual expression he used?
Well, molo. Yeah. Molo is a donkey, yeah. He said, I am the donkey of my house. I don't know.
Is that what he said? I mean, I was under the thing, so I didn't even
You had your mouth open with the anaesthetic and everything. You were.
I was slightly distracted.
Well, the hygienist, she said, he's the donkey of the house. Lui el mulo. She actually said that, and I thought, oh.
But I think they're not the donkeys. Those are the ones that carry the ones that used to carry in some countries still do.
Aren't they the donkeys the ones that carry all the heavy weights on the back?
I don't want to say.
I'm not saying it. You say it.
It's the ASS. Isn't it? L'asino.
All right, let's steer away.
Isn't it?
I have no idea.
Do you know what the word is in Italian?
Mulo. L'asino, yes, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, but is a donkey a mulo?
Look, I'm not going to Google this because you told me to turn my Wi-Fi off for the podcast, so just leave me alone now.
Leave you alone.
Let's see what Dr.
Anyway, that doesn't
Piat
matter.
says about this. She said the principle behind I'll be happy when syndrome is the belief that you only attain happiness and joy when you do something specific.
What about when now that we're going towards summer? What about when I'll be happy when I lose weight? I mean, I think every single person has thought that at some time or other in their life. I think unless you're naturally born really
perfect, which you never are.
Which is unusual.
Yeah, I know. I'll be happy when, yes, I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I go become a pensioner. I'll be happy when I get the job. And then what about if the job isn't that great? Like you realise, my dream job, and then when you're there, you can't do it properly or something.
Well, then the fear sets in.
The fear, yeah. Not a podcast.
Yeah,
that's a fear, yeah, but a lot of the time I do think all of us.
I think the point that's really poignant is this life on hold, what we discuss in the story we wrote. Because I think that really hit me. That I've got my life is on hold now until.
Yeah, but the problem with the life on hold, it's not like the minutes don't pass and the days don't pass. I wish it really was on hold and you just freeze it and okay, I'll go through this horrible thing. But the time that I have,
you can add on a 2 weeks or 2 years onto your life.
Not add it. At least it'll be stopped. It won't be rolling through. The minutes of my life won't be passing through.
Yeah, but then everyone would have to stop their lives at the same time. Otherwise, when you came back from that on hold,
the problem
you'd be behind everyone else.
Yeah,
unless they were all stopping themselves.
Well, yeah, but if we all put our lives on hold all the time.
No, but look what I just said, unless they were all stopping themselves.
And they do stop themselves.
Yeah. But that's what it is. We stop ourselves from actually living. Yeah. When we are living
on hold
with the happy when syndrome.
Yes.
It's a bit of a mouthful, but
yeah, so true though, isn't it? It's very true. It's very true. Yeah.
We're stopping ourselves.
Because we put our lives on hold. Okay, then what about just waiting for the weekend? How many people do that? I mean, this is
waiting for the weekend is just a massive. That I think that's a really ugly truth.
That's an ugly truth. Yeah. You're just wasting, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're just stopping yourself, saying, "Okay, now I'm just."
Yeah, I mean, if you had to go, if someone came to you and they said, "Would you like to skip 5 days of 20 days for 16 days of every month? Would you like to just wipe them off your life?"
Yeah, have me just cancel them out.
Yeah, so basically it'd be cutting more
half your
life. More than half, because it's three quarters.
Just erasing it.
There's only 8 days left, isn't there, in the weekend?
Don't ask me about numbers and days. You know I'm dyslexic. I don't know. There's lots of...
You're calculated. It's practically you're living your whole lives away. You're wishing them away.
That's why
you're living them away.
That's why they say, you've got to have a job that
you're living your life away.
But you're not even living it really, are you? You're kind of like putting it on hold.
But it's not really on hold like what we discussed.
No, but you're not living it like in a nice way. So what's the solution to this then?
The solution is not to do this. To put a stop to it immediately.
I think once you become aware of it, like when it really hit me, when I was thinking, when both our mum and dad were sick and it really hit me. I thought, what about my life now? And
what about when you were trying to get pregnant, it hit you? I think that's the first time.
That's the first time, when I thought, what am I doing here? Yeah, I mean, I'm 25,
wishing
26.
your life away.
Yeah, what am I doing? I was
so unhappy all the time.
Yeah, just waiting for the next injection, the next thing, the next visit, doctor's visit. Oh, it was hell. I used to think, God, I'm not. And then,
but imagine if, because some of you may be going through this, but imagine if you're going through IVF, instead of waiting for the next injection, just being in the moment and enjoying your day, and then you go to the next appointment, but you're in the moment and you're enjoying your day, and you let go of whether you get pregnant or you don't, and you're in the moment and enjoying your day, and then you're not putting life on hold. You're enjoying your day.
You're enjoying
in the
your
moment,
day, in the moment.
Whatever happens, whether you get pregnant or you don't, but you're enjoying your day.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we all need to work on.
I think that's what I learned.
Yeah.
When I finally let go.
And then what happened when you let go and enjoyed your day?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is I decided to adopt.
But then you got pregnant immediately.
And then once I decided just to let go and just start enjoying my day and going out more with my friends and begin to have fun, started traveling, doing everything I wanted to again with so much more serenity, then yes, and then it came. then I got pregnant. Yeah. That's so true. So what happens when you do let go of the I'll be happy when is that you finally start noticing the smaller details in life. Yeah. Your brain is finally free to enjoy the now, to look around, to see the grass is green, to see the cloud, to smell your coffee, to literally enjoy the now. And you become free. You cut the chains of limiting you. You loosen. It's really, I would say, this is really the only way.
The only way.
It's the only way is to become aware that you do have the syndrome in the first place. Because if you know, you honestly don't even know about it. I mean,
I know. Yeah.
When I was young, I didn't
it.
know I had it. It just kind of hit me. I didn't even know it was a syndrome or anything. I mean, it just kind of happens to you, doesn't it?
You didn't know how to verbalise it.
No, but I think if you do have the words for something, then you have an expression,
there's
and
a lot
then
more
you can
education around that now.
Mental health, then you can tie an emotion to it, and you can understand it, and you think, "Gosh, that's me." I think a lot of you can probably relate to this.
Yeah,
because you probably are in a state of
I'll be happy when I've got the perfect body, the perfect muscles,
the perfect muscles,
the perfect partner,
the house.
Not even the perfect partner, a partner.
When I fall in love, when I renovate. I hate my house now, and I want to renovate, and I want to do this, or I want a new car. And then I'll be happy.
Why do you put that voice on when you say renovate?
I don't know.
Is it because you have to renovate?
Probably, yeah. I was thinking of renovate. Yeah. But I definitely don't want to be thinking about it that way. I'm not thinking about it that way. No.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure, yeah. And I think now, we really are getting real. I think I've mastered the whole enjoying the moment thing, definitely, to its finest.
Yes.
I can really enjoy it. I mean, not like I want to have a donut every day. But
we had a donut.
We had a lovely donut. She brought donuts around. But I mean,
the cream in them is delicious.
Delicious. You can really appreciate it, can't you?
Custard cream.
When you really are in the moment.
I enjoy the taste.
Yeah. You can enjoy the taste and everything.
I mean, I don't even like talking much when I'm eating a donut.
No,
We
because
stop talking.
we
don't
stop
Just
talking.
The flavour.
Just to enjoy
To
it.
enjoy the flavour.
Just to enjoy the flavour.
Because sometimes you eat and then you're just eating it and then you don't even realise that you've eaten it.
I hate that. That's why I don't really like eating much at restaurants, especially if it's something I don't mind if it's just me and you or me and our hubbies.
But if we have
But
to
if
talk,
you have groups of people and you're like entertaining and then you get this lovely food that I really just want to go, just really close my eyes and enjoy it. But you can't, so you're just pretending, and then you're talking about something else, but I can't
when
really...
you're thinking if you've got something in your teeth and you're trying to talk and it's...
Yeah, it's not much fun, is it? No.
And we try and avoid that now, but you remember we had a meeting once and
God, that was awful.
The poor person, they got this big cake and then throughout the whole thing they had to keep saying, oh, sorry, because they kept getting all crumbs everywhere and they couldn't enjoy it. Do you remember? We thought that's why we don't do that, because then we can't. You can't enjoy it, and it's also hard to talk as well if you're having to talk.
Yeah.
And
so what's the solution?
That's got nothing to do with I'll be happy when I finished eating this cake and enjoyed it. No,
it does have something to do. That's where you're wrong.
What?
Because it's not about I'll be happy when, it's about enjoying the moment to the fullest. That's how we got to it. So if you think, okay, I've got a meeting, especially if it's like a work meeting or something, I'm obviously
not with friends when you're really close to them, you're all having a laugh.
That doesn't matter. If you've got a work meeting or something, you're not going to order your favourite cheesecake or I don't know, whatever. And then you can't enjoy it because you're talking about...
Yeah, because you're having to focus, aren't you?
I mean, maybe you enjoy it.
I don't know. Maybe you can enjoy it.
Yeah, do you enjoy it?
We find we have to concentrate our brains
on one thing, which is eating.
To focus on the one thing. We can't
But that's because you can really enjoy the flavours.
And then discuss it. We discuss it with each other. How delicious is this?
Yeah, how, lemony or whatever that flavour was.
We've still got some of that donut left.
I know, it's there in the... Yeah, we've still got some of the donut. But I do think if we all learn to enjoy the flavours of life,
life will be flavourful.
Yes, life will be tasty, and enjoyable.
Tasty morsels.
Tasty morsels.
That's it. Tasty morsels throughout your day.
Yeah, but not necessarily. We're not encouraging you to eat. No. But just in...
No, unless you need to eat, obviously.
Well, in everything, really. It's in moderation. But
in moderation.
Yeah, but you can have these tasty morsels. You can see them in everything you look at,
Well, I think here moderation is the key word. Because even with I'll be happy when, if you moderate it, it won't be an extreme I'll be happy when. It'll be more moderated.
Yes, it'll
be nice to be happy when that happens, but if it doesn't happen, it's still okay.
I'm fine now, yes, and I'm going to enjoy the now. And it doesn't have to be like a checklist, something so stressful. I'll be happy when check.
Yeah, because obviously it's nice to have goals in life and like to want to renovate, to want to have a family and everything. That's nice.
Yes, that's beautiful.
But it's just...
It gives you a reason.
If it doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. And if it doesn't happen, and then you can just enjoy the now, like say, okay, that hasn't happened.
And so many things don't happen for a reason as well, and you might not realise it at the time, and then afterwards you think, oh well, I have grown, or something that changed, or I did this instead of that. Your life takes you in a different direction.
It's like when you lose your job or something, and sometimes you can think, okay, and you find a different employment somewhere else, and you think,
even like having children and that, maybe you weren't. That wasn't what was meant for you. Do you know what I mean? It's not. Maybe you felt you needed to have children because so
it was
much
a
pressure.
checklist.
Yeah, it's a checklist. There's so much pressure, so much. You're conditioned. Even today, my daughter was telling me how much pressure there is today to have children, or not to have them. It's very polar now. It's either not to have them because it's bad for the environment and what you're doing bringing another child into the world, or to have them because why aren't you being a mom or dad? Why aren't you doing this? So it's. I think just moderation, and then just take it easy. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, take it easy, man and girl and woman.
Yeah. Take it easy, person.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because we've got to become aware of this. That's why we've done this podcast, so that you too can become aware of it. And if you are...
I think that's why we're talking about it, because I think it is a really important thing in mental health to discuss.
And it can cause a lot of anxiety.
Can cause terrible anxiety.
Terrible. You can live a miserable
life. The worst
life.
kind. I think that's why it is so ugly, because it does have side effects. It's not like, oh yeah, sure, I'll be happy when, who cares?
No, you're literally wasting your life away, and you're wasting the time you have on this planet. It's just ticking away.
Tick, tick, tick.
Tick, tick, tick. Yeah, and you're not... hysterical, yeah. But it's sad. Yes. Yeah, when we coach our clients, so many of them come with these kind of things. You know, I think that's why I also became aware of it, you know, because they all have the same things. I want to have a lovely family. I want to get a good job. I mean, who doesn't?
I want to finish my studies.
Yeah, get my PhD, do this, do that. But, you know, you've got to become aware.
Every moment has to be
enjoyed.
Not has to be, because then that's
can be
pressure.
Every moment can be enjoyed.
There's a possibility there. There's infinite possibilities for it to be enjoyed.
And it really is up to you. You really just and how can you do it? How?
So we challenge you to do it again.
We challenge you. Yeah, let's see if you can do this.
So I'll maybe write down all the things that you've thought I'll be happy when. Write them in a journal on a piece of paper, and then just next to them say, I'll be happy when, but I'm okay now.
Exactly. I'm okay now. And I'm not only okay, then you can find like 5 reasons why you are actually happy now. And if 5's too many, just put 1 down.
Yeah.
There's always something.
There's always something.
There is. Come on, yeah. And then I think if you do that, then your mind will stay focused on the reason why you're happy now. And it will actually stop going to the I'll be happy when place.
Exactly.
Which has to be cut off, really.
Yeah,
it's a very bad place. Yeah, it's not good.
Ugly place.
It's an ugly place because it's a place full of checklists, and it's not a real place.
And it's a place that robs you of
your time here.
It's a time robber.
It's a time robber. It's a time thief. It's an ugly thief that comes along and literally, steals your time away, on your life away. Your days are being robbed, literally, by this awful thing. So yes, got to put a stop to it.
So
definitely
listen to us, and please download and
listen to us,
and please review this podcast, and have a lovely day or night in the now. And let us know what you think. Love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Bye from the English Sisters. Bye-bye.